Welcome to Saving a File by Emailing It to Yourself. By the end of this video, you should be able to attach a file to an email, address this email to yourself, send it to yourself, and access the attached file by opening it from your email inbox. First of all, why would you need to do this? The main reason is that when we email a file to ourselves, it saves the file to our email account, and we can access that file from any computer with internet access. This is useful if you don't have your flash drive with you, or you just want to make a backup of your file, just in case you lose your flash drive. The first thing we need to do is to save our file somewhere on the computer. The desktop is usually the easiest place to do so. For this example, we will quickly make a Word file, but you can do so with any type of file. Open Word. Type a few words. Test, this is a test. Click on File. Click on Save. Choose the desktop. Name the file Test File. And click on Save. I now have a document saved to the desktop that I can use for this example. Suppose I want to take that file with me when I leave this computer, but I don't have a flash drive with me. How am I going to be able to open the file and use it in class? In order to remedy this problem, I will email it to myself so I can access it later. The next thing we need to do is to log into our Zimbra email. We can do so by going to www.southwest.tn.edu and left-clicking on Webmail in the upper right corner of our page. In the username field, we type in our username. If you do not know your username, it is the first part of your email address before the @ symbol. For example, if your email was fmatthews@southwest.tn.edu, then your username would be fmatthews. And your password is your email password. Now we have those typed in, click Log In. Next, we need to compose a new email. To do this, click on the New button in the upper left. This brings up a new blank email. Now we need to add our attachment. To do so, you need to click on the button in the middle of the options bar. At the top of the screen that says Attachment, it has a paperclip symbol next to it. Once you do this, you will see an Attachment Files dialog box come up and ask you to choose a file to attach. Click on the first Choose Files button, and a File Open System dialog box will appear. We now need to left-click on the desktop because that is where we saved our file. Now scroll down the box until you see your file. It's right here in the first box. When you click on it, click on Open. You can choose more than one file by using the other Choose File boxes, but for this example we just want one. Now click on Attach, and the file is now attached to your email. Now we need to address the email to ourselves. In the To box, I will type in my email address, which is fmatthews@southwest.tn.edu. Next, it's not necessary, but it's a good idea to put something in the subject line of the email that describes what the file is. I will type Test File for Lesson. That's all I need to do. Now I hit send. And as you can see, the message was sent. Now if I click on my inbox, I see I have received a message from myself. Click on the message to open it, and you can see at the top of the message is the file that we attached to our email. We can now click on that file and download it and save it. If you go to another computer and log in and open your email, you can now save this file and work on it on any computer where you have access to your email. On a side note, if you alter the file and want to save it as a new item in your email, you'll have to go through this process over again. Before we end our lesson, let's go over the key terms we learned. Attachment. This is a file that we have attached to an email, and we want to send it to the email recipient, which was ourselves in this lesson. Closing. Today we learned that we can save our files by emailing them to ourselves. We also learned how to add an attachment to an email. I hope you learned something, and as always, if you have any more questions, email me at fmatthews@southwest.tn.edu.